Hello, my name is Jamin's Fire, and this is 2 Point Hospital. Um, Tonight, I am going to be playing games that help me with depression and anxiety, especially during times like this when you really don't know what's going on. For instance, I work in healthcare, and I should pretty have things together, but I don't. I work in a hospital in town, and so I get to see things in a different perspective than some people do, and um, usually it helps me kind of have a better grip on things. But with what's going on, I don't feel that that's happening, and it's not happening for a lot of us in healthcare right now, especially with um, everything going on the reuptake. And I can only speak for the town that I live in, but that's the way things are right now, and it's hard. I've been really fortunate that the job that I have at the hospital that I work at is per diem, which means that I can work one shift a month if I absolutely have to do that kind of schedule. And after one shift a month, I can choose to work as many days as I want. Because of my anxiety, I haven't really been working that much. I have been doing the one shift, and even sometimes that's too much. Um, for instance, I worked on our COVID unit on 4th of July weekend, and it was intense. It wasn't as bad as working in an intensive care unit. Kind of glad that I haven't worked in one of those lately, but um, working on the actual COVID unit, um, just having to take the gowns off and on, changing your mask for every patient that's positive or was a suspected positive. Um, it's a lot. And I mean, it might sound silly to other people, but you do kind of get claustrophobic putting on the mask and taking it off because an N95 mask is it's just different. um, it's different in the way it works. It's different in the way you kind of breathe when you're in it. Uh, the the straps that hold it on are different. Just everything about it is different. And then the mentality of having to put all this gear on to go into a room and take it off, or if God forbid you forget because you're human. And I mean, there's a lot of things going through your head. And even when you're not working on a floor with patients who are positive or suspected positive, there's something always in the back of your head that what if you find out later? What if somebody that you're working with becomes positive, and you kind of it's not the kind of it's not what it's not it's not a peaceful kind of way of working, just to put it bluntly. Not that working in healthcare isn't stressful as it is. It's always going to be stressful, and I've accepted that, and a lot of people I know have accepted that. This is just an added layer that um, shouldn't have been this bad. Let's say that. Um, yeah. So anyway, the reason why I'm doing this is because there are certain video games in my life that have always helped me kind of calm down and forget about um, going to work or going to school or whatever. And one of those games recently, actually, there's been a few of them, but one of them is 2 Point Hospital, which is ironic because it's it's a hospital game and I work in a hospital. Um, Another game that I usually play is Sims 4, but my sim works in a hospital. Um, I those two I think are the only ones that are like ironic in that point. Um, I also have been playing Kingdoms, which is a really, really chill um, simulation game where you have to build up a kingdom. And maybe I'll play that later. And I have also been playing Beholder 2, which is also an interesting game, and I will probably stream that later as well. So the reason why I'm doing this is it is almost 2:30 in the morning, and this is quiet time in our house. Today is Thanksgiving, so it might be a little bit more hectic, but I am planning on streaming probably until my youngest son gets up in the morning, which is around 6:30. So that gives me a good 4 hours to get some 2 Point Hospital in. And then if anybody's watching and you decide to show up in chat or whatever, we can talk about things. Just know that as I'm playing, I might just start talking about how the game affects things, how it helps, what kind of things are like true to life. Which unfortunately in this game there are actually quite a few things. Um, if you have experience with mental health, either working in the industry, because I also do behavioral health at the hospital that I work at occasionally, or if you are somebody who has anxiety and depression, my diagnosis are general anxiety disorder and bipolar 2, which I like to joke around. That's the lesser sequel of bipolar 1, which is the one that everybody knows about. Um, I'm sure there's probably other things in there. Uh, but anxiety is my major hurdle. It's the one that controls everything basically, and it's the one that I'm struggling the most with. I think the anxiety kind of sparks the depression. With bipolar disorder too, it's not like what you expect with bipolar. It's not like major highs and lows. I get really bad lows that last for a while, and then I kind of even out, and then there's times when it can be manic, but it's not like dangerous kind of stuff. It's like more like having like having a desire to do something that you probably wouldn't do, or having to spend money because it gives you those endorphins that make you feel better. Um, if you're doing something that's contrary to your natural behavior to help yourself get that happiness, that high, I guess is what people would say. Um, that's a sign of bipolar disorder. It hasn't been something that has been detrimental to me physically. Financially is probably not the best thing in the whole world. Um, I have had in the past suicidal ideation, which means that you've either thought about or have tried to commit suicide. My thing was I took sleeping pills and Xanax, and those two don't like each other. Nothing happened out of it, which unfortunate. Um, but that is in my medical history now. Um, the things that I have actually had gone go on in my life, and because I know what goes on in the in this the background. Oh, I can't think words today. Um, Sometimes they're not very helpful. Um, it's not helpful for me, but when I'm at work and I am with behavioral health patients, it kind of helps them because then I can actually understand where they're coming from and I can relate to things. It's also kind of terrifying because I have been a CNA PCT, which is a certified nursing assistant or a patient care tech. I have been doing this kind of work professionally since 2007. So, in that 13 years, I have worked in nursing homes, I've done home health care, and I've worked in hospitals. I've also done some clinical work. Um, And I haven't seen it all. I'll never say I've seen it all, but I've seen quite a bit. And working with behavioral health patients is actually the scariest part. I've seen open heart patients. I've seen people who have um, drains coming out of every hole that you can possibly imagine, and a few that we've made. Um, I've, it's just behavioral health is just something that I can see in myself, and that's the part that scares me the most. Anyway, now that we've gotten into that, um, let's go into our game, shall we? Finally. So I had to turn the master volume down, otherwise you would bleed through. But there we go. Now you should be hearing the waves. And I keep music pretty low. Okay, there we go. Um, right now we're gonna be doing a sandbox version of the Plywood Studios, which is part of the latest DLC. I haven't actually. I've started this and I posted a video of me and my son playing it. Um, but I haven't really played it on my own without him backseat driving. So basically, since this is sandbox, I could change any of these to any way I want. I've decided that we're gonna do $1 million in kudosh, or $1 million in cash. No kudosh because I have everything unlocked. The income multiplier will be ×1. Our patient arrival rate will be 1. Want to get all the illnesses over time so that we don't get overburdened. Our objective will be to cure patients. And the temperature is temperate, and the staff hiring will get all kinds of people. It's kind of hard when you have just junior staff, uh, because you have to train everybody up. So this way, at least, we get some people. All the upgrades are unlocked, all the items are unlocked, all the rooms are unlocked. I don't really want to deal with having to get a researcher in, so that's the reason why I did that. And then the plots will just pay for them over time. Usually when I do sandbox, I just max out the income and go there. But for today, we'll change. There we go. We'll create this hospital and we start. I have to say the music for this game, my husband has said reminds him a lot of Monkey Island. And I didn't play Monkey Island. I have seen him play it, um, but I have heard some of the music from it, and I have to agree, it does sound like Monkey Island. Anyway, so this is our first building. And I'm gonna pause it, otherwise people will show up. And we're gonna start with. I think we'll just do an actual reception desk. Go. There's our reception desk, and now it's going to tell us we need a receptionist. So when I first started playing this game, I wasn't very picky about the people that I hired, and I think that's the reason why a lot of stuff kind of went wrong. So here we go. We have Edward Pumps, Dickie Bolognese, and Jacques Beige. So Edward Pumps is the boy next door. He's a season ticket holder at the sloop. There's nothing. He's the target of unrequited idolation, but there's nothing wrong with him, and he's 4 stars. So that means that he's gonna want more money. Dickie Bolognese is inspiring and thought until recently that Ricky Hawthorne was dead, which is really sad because I like Ricky Hawthorne. And he's inspiring, which means he helps. He's got customer service and he's also got marketing, which might be helpful later, but all three of them have marketing. So Edward Pumps has customer service and customer service too. Ace also has emotional intelligence, which helps. Um, that means it increases his happiness. Jacques Beige is unhygienic and a pigeon at heart, so immediately he goes away. So I think I'm gonna hire Edward and put him over here. And I'm also gonna hire Dicky as a spare. Alright, so we'll flip this over. And I like to put um, our rooms kind of in corners. That's the thing that actually helps a lot with anxiety and things like that. And the reason why I like this game is because you have control over things and you can make things as hectic or as chill as you want to. So a lot of my anxiety is basically that I feel like I don't have control over things, and things have to be just a certain way for me to feel good about things, which is probably not healthy. My husband and my sons would kind of probably agree that it's not that healthy. Anyway, we have our general practitioner's office, which means we need to hire a general practitioner. So we also have three doctors that we can choose from. So we have Linda Bungle, Monty Bucket or Bouquet, um, Ginny Fossil. So Linda Bungle is 3 stars. She's hygienic and she's unnerved by rebranding. So am I. She has radiology. We don't have the X-ray or the Mega scanner yet, but that might be helpful. And she also has research. We don't need research or the X-ray thing yet, so she might not be something you want, even though she's a good doctor. Monty Bouquet, I'm gonna call him that, has diagnostics, which is good. Um, he's also inspiring. He's a natural mentor. Thinks their life is a rom-com, which means they're just romantic. And he's afraid of the dark and its implications. So there's that. And then Ginny Fossil is a class clown and loses track of children. Okay. She's also got the X-ray thing, and she has surgery. We don't have either one of those, and otherwise I would have to train her. And really, we don't have a training room right now, so you might actually take a chance on Monty and put him in here. And while I'm at it, going to go into staff and not pay review. I went to the wrong one. Nope, that's not the one I want either. Overview and go into policy and queue length warning will be that. I want to fast track decisions if I can. I don't want them to leave their rooms when they're idle, otherwise they'll just go wherever they want. And there we go. Okay, so we have a GP, we have a GP's office. The next room we're going to need is a pharmacy. So we will make a tiny 5-star pharmacy. Boop. And basically, in all my level 5 rooms, I've put a whole bunch of gold awards. So, for the pharmacy, we need a nurse, and we need a nurse who has pharmacy management. So, we're going to be looking at Ellie Cumberland, who is high energy, but she's grumpy, and she's forgotten all the knots she used to know how to tie. So, grumpy means that their happiness is 10% less, which means they might have a hard time working. But she has high energy, which means she'll take less breaks. Ronald Derp thinks his life is rom-com, will work for peanuts. He's unhygienic. So no, I'm sorry, Derp. Joanna Silver is a class clown. She's motivated, and their best friend is an ostrich. So I'll hire her, but I'm not going to hire her for pharmacy. I'm going to hire Ellie, and then I'm going to train somebody else. So she'll just have to be unhappy. Um, Then we need a general diagnostics room, which I don't think I've. Oh, I haven't made a level 5 one. Oh, I'll do that one. Yes, I stopped editing. So, okay. So we'll do this. Can't believe I haven't made one of those. We will. I guess I've made level 5s of all the other rooms except for that one. So make a level 5 psychiatry, which we might have to wait because I don't remember there being any doctors with. Yeah, none of our doctors have psych. And then we'll need a level 5 staff room. That works. And then on the other side, we will put a level 5 ward. Oh, come on. Yeah, flip for me. There you go. And a level 5, the more important level 5 room. The level 5 twin. Oh no. I hate that. Level 5 twins. Here we go. We'll give them a little hallway between the ward and the. Actually, we'll do this. We'll put. Ooh, water closet. The heck? Okay. That's. And a sink. What is. Oh. Ah, I see. See, unlike with Sims, I can't put the walls up. So when you have something that's hard, here we go. We'll just put that one in the stall. Fix. Okay. And I think, excuse me, let's just put another. Ooh. Let's put a clock so they know how long they've been in there, and that makes it level 4. And I'm actually just gonna override it. Alright. So, we have our other nurse. We didn't put anywhere, we'll put her over here. We will need a psychiatrist eventually, and right now we need a janitor. So we'll hire a janitor. We have Elf Tool, Gil Fast, and Walter Poodle. Walter Poodle looks really good. He honks when prompted. He's charming. He has maintenance and maintenance 2. He has stamina training, and he also has ghost capture. So he might be worth the money. And for right now, so it doesn't yell at me, we'll just have the one. See. Now we need stuff to make people happy. So this is the part that reminds me of real life. We're selling ourselves for our patients and their families. So we need to make things comfortable for them, and we need to entertain them. So right now we will be doing, my favorite is the space benches. So all of the benches are the same. None of them creates any more comfort than the other ones. It's just based off of what you want things to look like. Um, but I like this base bench. So that's what we'll be using. So I'll put one right by the door here, one by the door here, by the door here, and two for symmetry. Let's see. Does that fit one? Ooh, come on. Yes. All right. So we'll put one, 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 going, one, ah, one. There we go. Nice. And now we need to put things that are pretty. So I'm going to go into decorative. And I don't like watering plants. So I usually use, lately, are palm trees. So all the green means that things look nice, basically. So I'm going to put palm trees between all my seats. And I think for this build, I'll just use the rest of the space for stuff to kind of, let me do that one, to put snacks machines and stuff like that. So now we need food and drink. And we will do fancy, because we're a fancy hospital. So I'm going to put them right in front of things. And then we'll need a drinks machine. Luxury drinks machine. And then, because we did that, we'll need trash cans. So my son really likes the shark bin, so that's what we'll use. So when he sees this, he'll be so pleased. People are gross and they don't pick up their trash, so I am going to put little shark bins everywhere. Maybe two. We'll see. Can't put hand sanitizer anywhere they can't reach it. So I'll put two there. I want a robo kit because this is a robotic janitor kind of thing, and then he needs a charging port. So I'll put his charging port right there. And then entertainment. This is the important stuff. So an endless arcade machines. I'm gonna put it right on top of him. Boop. And then I will do the regular arcade machines right behind it. And these arcade machines are so cute because they have Sonic playing on them. I don't think the Endless ones do. No, the Endless ones are Dungeon of the Endless, but the regular ones are Sonic. That's cute. So we have those. We have our snacks and that. And so in the front, we'll give them stuff to read so they don't get bored. And what else? A telephone. And I don't know why there's a trampoline listed, but apparently you need a trampoline. Don't know what else. Okay, do a test your strength. Nah. Um, it's a gift shop. Don't really have room for it. I think we'll do that in a different one. We do have that one extra guy. Let's see if there's any culture shock stuff. Ooh, a boombox. Oh, that's the fancy foods came from that. Okay. Let's see if there's any. Ooh, a jewel. There you go. There you're gonna see our jewel. A grandfather clock so that they know exactly how long they've been here. A throne. That'd be so great. Clapper. So in the actual DLC for this game, um, from what I've played, the whole point is that it's a real working hospital, but all of the staff are actors, which is just crazy. But sometimes that's the way it is. Is this the sandbox? So I don't think it's gonna be that way. I hope it shouldn't have the same objectives. So right now our reputation is at 70%, or our reputation is at 50. We need to get it up to 70. Our cure rate needs to be 70%, but we haven't had any patients yet, and we haven't cured anybody, but we have a goal of 250. So we're ready. We have our winners. We still need a psychiatrist. This is a good little start. And then all the other buildings um, will eventually buy. You have stage C, stage B, this stage A. So A, B, C. This one makes me sad because I really want to buy a new shirt. That's a huge Sark. These are stages. So it's a small map, really. Think about it. So we could have started on these stages. But no, we started over here. Just fine. So we'll go like this. A, B, C. Oh, that's not C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, I, no I, J. Cool. So many sets to take over. Okay. Oh. So right now, I'm looking at the chat, unfortunately. Because I already have somebody who's trying to sell me stuff. Oh well. Oh, not interested. Oh well. I guess that will work. Anyway, let's play. So let's see what happens. We'll press play and we'll have people come in. Look at them all getting to work. Oh, you must be so happy. And because I'm so Inpatient. I wonder if these are. Exactly. Oh, nothing. Do we have a person? Come on. Be sick. Join us. Join us. Who are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? Okay, so our first patient, D Dynamite. Alright, she's happy. She hasn't been diagnosed yet, but she's happy. Okay, anyway, go D. I'm not gonna get this excited for every patient, I swear. I swear. Oh, while we're waiting for her, we can let him out. I want him to do clinic. Excuse me again. So we can upgrade our drug mixer. And we've discovered bed face, which is probably what D had. And it's a quite alarming contortion of the face caused by sleeping at strange angle. Doctors recommend always using a bed protractor to monitor your sleeping angles. We'll send the patient for treatment in our ward. And this is our ward. Ooh, we have another person. Yes. See, this is our little guy, Philip Plunge. So now we have somebody else. There we go. Oh, he was 100% diagnosed. So, our doctors have discovered a new illness called verbal diarrhea. This disease people can't stop talking about. Verbal diarrhea spreads fast and can be heard for miles. We'll send the patient for treatment in our pharmacy. So, excuse me. Ah! Anyway, it's just telling us we have a psychiatry room, but we don't have a psychiatrist. Let's see if there are any now. Ah, so Jock Ames has potential. He's green fingers. He's positive. He believes they saw and had lunch with a Yeti. So he is going to work in psychiatry. And he had a lot of stars, which means he'll be really good at his job. Yeah. I really want to delete that message. Oh well. Da, da, da. Here we go. Normal speed. Normal speed. See, our poor little guy's just wandering around waiting for this guy to take the break. Well, let's see. Penelope Maverick has verbal diarrhea. Oh, we have a third patient. What's wrong with you? Somehow I have the feeling he's gonna have something psychiatric. Let's see. Oh, bite me. Oh no! No! Ah, now I am sad. Well, die outside the door. Okay, so this is what happens. She was happy. She was healthy. Oh no, and I'm gonna have to fill out an ERS. Um, but she's not a ghost, so that's good. So this is saying quite a few of our staff have free training slots, and you need to build a training room to maximize their potential. You know, Nigel Bigglesworth, you don't stop talking over me. Okay, thank you. Uh, so our person died, so we know we're not going to get that kind of reward, unfortunately. Um, yeah, that sucks. See if we can hire another nurse for the ward. Ooh, we can hire a nurse who has ward experience. She's nasty though. I don't want you. Go away. You're mean. What about Camilla Grumble? She has a short temper. Which would work out in nursing sometimes, but not today. So, so you can see how this is just basically just routine, keeping things in order, making sure things work, everything that you kind of wish you have when you had anxiety. Um, I know personally, I don't know about other people, but my anxiety usually it calms me down when I make lists. I have three different notebooks that I keep lists of things and plans, and that is something I've actually had to learn to stop doing this year because nothing you plan is actually going to happen the way that you want it to. Basically, had to do something that actually terrifies me this year. Is just um, like living day to day. Nothing today could be the same as tomorrow. And I haven't been personally affected by COVID. I have family members that have been. Um, I can't imagine what it would be like to lose something to something like that. I mean, I've lost family members to diabetes and cancer, and it's hard to go through that. I can't imagine going through something that uh, you would think that could be prevented, but I guess I mean that's being too short-sighted. But yeah, so playing games like this, being able to follow um, something routine, something planned, actually calms me down quite a bit. Which is the same with The Sims 4. Is the medical check that you can do on Sims 4. You can either go with them or send them. So I usually go with them when they have those kinds of professions. And it's just it's routine. It's going in and running labs or looking up reports on the computer or you know doing an assessment on a patient and just doing step by step. And I got to the point where playing Sims 4 was actually helping me to think of my life as being just steps. Um, it's part of the yeah. um, it's just it's part of the grounding process that they teach you in cognitive behavioral therapy is just to think of things that are around you that ground you. I think it is being able to feel, to taste, to smell. So basically, it's all the senses. So when you wake up and you're having a panic attack, the things that you want to do is feel the ground around you, um, look around to see where you are, listen, taste. Just take time to kind of ground yourself to where you are. Do things slowly. There's no reason to rush anything, and this is from somebody who is chronically early all the time. I mean, some people think that being 5 minutes early to me, that would freak me out. I'm either 10, 15 minutes early if I'm not trying. If I am trying, I can be up to half an hour early to things. And sometimes that works to my advantage. I get into appointments earlier, I get out earlier, and sometimes it doesn't, and you're just sitting around an extra half an hour. Um, but at least that's one stressor that I can actually deal with. Um, but it for me, it seems that having anxiety is just the process of prioritizing which kind of things that make you anxious are most important and how can you deal with that in certain ways. So sometimes I get anxious about things that are not important at all, and my brain just over exaggerates how important they are until that thing has passed. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's what, as I said, I make lists. So I make lists of all the things that need to be done. I make lists of bills that need to be paid, of appointments that need to be done. There was a time when we had four different schedules. That was when my older son was doing multiple activities. He was in scouts, he was in karate, he had his own appointments and stuff like that. So at the time that was necessary. Um, Now with COVID, um, his appointments or his activity stuff. Pause this. His activity stuff is at home, so he's able to do. He's in Civil Air Patrol, so he's able to do his meetings over Zoom. My youngest is in Cub Scouts, and he was doing his den meetings over Zoom, but since their den is so small, um, they've decided to start doing them at the park, but they're doing activities where they can stay away from each other and then they wear masks. So, since the den is so small, um, or the pack is small, um, the den is small too. There's only two boys in it, but I think it's nice because the boys are able to learn from each other, and so they can integrate the experiences that they've had as they've grown and help the younger ones. I think it's good. My husband's kind of leery on it, but for right now, it's working because he's getting that face-to-face interaction with other kids. Um, there's not a whole bunch of them. It's easier for them to social distance if they have to. Actually, my youngest has been a lot better about wearing a mask all the time than I thought he would be. Um, we both kind of panicked one morning because I forgot to send him with his mask to school, and they give them one if they forget, so that made me feel better. Um, but it's just it's small things that spark off anxieties. So if you do know somebody who has social anxiety disorder or general anxiety disorder like I do, um, give them a little breather. I mean, it's a lot, and I imagine for a lot of people this year has been a lot for that. Um, either in a bad way or a good way. It could be a good way. Like me, I've been having therapy more regularly, and it's on the phone, and I really don't like talking to people in person. There's another reason why there's no webcam on this stream. Is I have issues with when I'm talking of looking around, finding a different focal point than the person that I'm like talking to, because in my head, when I'm talking to somebody, I start to worry if I've been looking at them too long. So my vision goes somewhere else. I try to find someplace else to look. Then I start to worry because I talk with my hands. Um, so then I start to worry about what are your hands doing? Is your hand near your mouth? Are you touching your face too much? Are you you know, rubbing your arms? My thing used to be like I would hold my hands really tight when I'd get nervous, and when I had longer nails, I was basically like making little cuts in the palm of my hand because I was so nervous. I wear long sleeves a lot, and I use that to kind of like ball into my fists. And when I get nervous, I tug on my sleeves. Um, I don't. That's majorly my thing is the hands and looking away and rambling. I ramble a lot because I am too nervous not to say enough, and then I get too nervous that I've said too much. So that is a thing. And like I said, the anxiety kind of kicks in, and you could, when your appointment's over, is the time where everything rushes through your head. Everything you said, everything you did, everything you didn't say, everything you didn't do, you're constantly questioning yourself, um, because nothing seems like it's good enough to yourself. Um, I mean, I'm my very 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 worst critic. For instance, let's see, let's get these people healed. What do we have? We have Mockstar, which needs psychiatry, and we had a circus incident, but we don't have a clown clinic, so I'm not going to let them in yet. But the guy can go to psychiatry. Anyway, for instance, recently we got a brand new car. Um, this car has a stick shift. I have never driven a stick shift. I've been driving for 20 years. They've all been automatics. Um, so there's that. It's not for a lack of trying. I've wanted to learn how to drive a stick shift for a really long time. It's just that I never had the opportunity or anybody to teach me. So there's that. So we needed a new car because my car needs to be fixed really badly. Um, so that's the situation that we were in. We were able to get a new one. We were able to get a new one that met all of the criteria that we wanted. It has a really good mileage on it. It's a diesel, um, which to some people means hellaciously expensive. To me, because the mileage is incredibly good with this car. Even with my like stalling it every 5 seconds, it's been really good. Um, it actually saves us money. Um, I have a Jeep. Jeeps are notorious gas guzzlers. Regardless of what I do, it would not get excellent mileage. When it was running well, it was getting 16 miles a gallon. Um, the car that we have now can get up to 40. So the tanks are reasonably the same. The Jeep has a 16-gallon tank. The new car has a 14 and a half, more around there, gallon tank. We've already driven it over 500 miles, and I think we've driven it. I think it's almost like six. Anyway, since we filled it up with diesel, it's been 300 miles. Um, my Jeep, because of the way that it's kind of been progressing towards needing to be fixed, it hasn't even been breaking 200 on a full tank. So already that has saved us money. We put diesel in it, and it came out to about $28 to fill the tank. That's how much I was spending every 2 weeks for the Jeep to get filled up. So already it has saved us so much money. It is a littler car, which is weird because I'm used to a big honking Jeep SUV kind of thing. My husband is used to bigger cars. He drives a truck. He's got an old 63 station wagon. So, and he's used to driving a CJ6, which is like a much older version of what you would know as a Wrangler, or people would know as a Wrangler, not you, but anyway. See, that's the anxiety. um, so we're used to driving a lot bigger vehicles, and this one's kind of small, and it's adorable. I love it. I'm so glad we got it. I was really scared about it, and that was an anxiety thing. But the good thing about anxiety, I think that's where I was going with this, is since this car is a stick shift, and I've never driven one, I set myself a goal to be able to drive it by myself by January 15th. January 15th is the day that the registration on the Jeep is due. In Arizona, in the place where I live, you have to do emissions before you can get it registered. So we would have to have emissions done before then and then register it for the next 2 years. Um, the way the car is right now, it will not physically be able to go to emissions and pass. So there are a few things that we need to do to get it to pass emissions and then be able to get it registered and then have it registered for the next 2 years so that it can drive on the roads and stuff. Um, the other the other option was to not take it to emissions and deregister it until it was fixed and then register it then. Either way, um, it wouldn't be a daily driver anymore like it has been, and it needs to kind of have some TLC done to it anyway. So there's that. So since I put it off to January 15th, I've been practicing pretty religiously almost every single day with a few hiccups every now and then. But within the last week, I've been driving it to take my kids to school and back, and I took it to the store, and I'm getting better every day and kind of getting my shift points ready and stuff. So before I pushed my goal back to December 1st to be able to take my oldest son to high school. I did that on Tuesday. So, since those two major goals of being able to take them to school have kind of been done, I need to do it a little bit more to get more and more comfortable. My next major goal that I want to do is to be able to drive it to work. Um, there are two ways for me to get to work. There's one back road that's kind of like, uh, it's kind of dippy, which is nice for me. There's a few lights between it, and then I could also take the freeway. Either way, it takes me 15 minutes to get to work. Taking the freeway, yes, would be better, and I wouldn't have a problem with it, except for the fact that in the middle of the freeway going there, there is some construction. They're building a bridge, and so it gets kind of bottlenecked in there, and people do not know how to drive around construction on the freeway or anywhere else in my town. So I'm really kind of nervous about being in a situation that I can't control. If I'm on a street, I can get away from cars if I have to. I can change lanes, I can do all that kind of stuff. But since I'm not 100% familiar with this car yet, I cannot um, be on a freeway with no shoulder to kind of pull off to, because I take a medication called hydroxyzine, which is an antihistamine like Benadryl, and that is for my anxiety. So I've been taking that there and as needed medication for me right now. I can take up to four in a day, and I've been taking two in the morning because I know I have to drive my kids to school. Um, I have been in car accidents before, and the last one I was in was very low speed, and it shouldn't have happened at all. Somebody ran into the side of the truck, and I was in the passenger side, and that's the side that they hit. So I have issues with people coming straight at my right side when I'm driving or I'm a passenger. So that's just something that's in the back of my head all the time. So I'm cautious to begin with because this is something that I've just started doing. I'm not proficient at it yet, and I'm also cautious because I have that lingering, um, I guess it would be PTS over something that happened in the past. This happened like 9 years ago, and it's still there. I have a car accident where somebody rear-ended me, and I still have that in my head. Um, Fortunately, I haven't been in any major accidents, knock on wood. Um, so there's not like massive trauma up there, but it's still, it lingers all the time. And to people who know me and love me, it's kind of funny sometimes because I will just death grip the side, the door handles, and stuff like that. When I'm in a car, if I see somebody coming towards me or behind me really fast, it's not if they're just like right behind, like they're on my booty. Um, but yeah, that's what I live with, and I deal with it. And I know it's silly, but I move on. Anyway, let's back to 2 Point Hospital. We have discovered a new illness called lazy bones. Skeletal fatigue caused by a lack of calcium in the diet. Upon diagnosis, the patient should be immediately rushed to the ward where they must sleep for several days whilst being fed milk and cookies by a nurse. Oh, I'm so sad. We'll send the patient for treatment to their ward. I need to have lazy bones. More milk and cookies. Alright, so just we're moving along. I think we've had a few people pass away, unfortunately. Yes. Pretend like there's a fire. And So I'm gonna hire another nurse. Oh, why do you have to have a short temper? This potential keeps on trucking. Alright, you get to be a nurse. I'm going to. We can try to accept that 90 days without a death, but I don't think that'll happen. We need to fix the drug mixer before we can upgrade the drug mixer. And we don't have anybody to upgrade it. So we need a janitor with mechanics, which these two have. So Petra is good, and Joanna is not, and Lydia isn't. So Petra it is. You can fix stuff. So we will upgrade that. And I think since that went so well, this is stage A, right? So we will buy stage A for 25,000, and it'll take 16 days to build that. And we'll just keep on playing. The music in this game is just so chill. There are a few game soundtracks that I really, really enjoy, and this is one of them. Lately, well, not lately, today, I found out that the Hades soundtrack is on Spotify, and I haven't been able to get a copy of Hades yet. I don't even know why we say copy anymore. I haven't bought a copy of Hades on Steam yet. I'm waiting for the Black Friday sale. But the music is so good, and I've watched YouTube playthrough of Hades from one of my favorite people right now, Johnny Chiodini, and he was playing it on a stream that he was doing for mental health, and oh, it looks awesome. Actually, he's the one that's kind of inspired this whole thing. He did a, I believe, 8 hour stream where he played two games. He played Hades and he played Sea of Thieves with some friends. And his reasoning were these were games that kind of take you away from your problems, which is exactly what this game has been doing. Haven't really played it in a while because I've been doing a lot of Sims, but I think that's exactly what you need. Um, you need a game that's not going to stress you out. Um, and that could be in many different ways. Like if I was playing a game that I was not enjoying when I was having a panic attack or something kind of like that, then it's not doing the job that I want it to do. Um, this game, however, you can get so focused on the goals that you need to do in the game that hours can go by. Um, I with this game, my son goes to school from 7:45 to 12:45. That's 5 hours. Um, I can play this game, do the laundry, get chores done. I play it, I take a break, that's getting my work done. I come back. 5 hours goes by quickly. Playing The Sims, just getting so involved in your Sims daily life routine, the monotony almost helps. Um, I'm really bad times. I've actually started getting into playing Doom, which is weird because I don't like first person shooters. I'm really, really bad at them. But even if you're really bad at a game that will kind of take you away from whatever your brain is throwing at you for that moment is helpful. With Doom, it's helpful because it helps me relieve any kind of stress or anxiety, just like crushing heads, ripping off limbs. Sometimes that's what you need. Um, while when World of Warcraft very first came out, this is how very, very old I am. I played World of Warcraft when it first came out before it was called Vanilla, and that was my go-to game when I would come home from work. And that was when I was working in retail, and I would have a stressful night. I'd come home, I'd play World of Warcraft for like an hour or two, everything was chill, then I'd go to sleep, and I'd do it all over again, rinse and repeat. Um, that's just that's how I believe video games help. My father was a computer programmer, so when I was growing up in the 80s, he would make me my own video games. So I would play things, and games were fun, and that's what they were meant to be. Um, there was nobody telling me that I had video game addiction or that the video games that I was playing were too violent or whatever. And I did grow up in that time with Tipper Gore and her crusade against happiness. Um, yeah, so I don't believe it. I've watched my kids play video games. My sons are really into Minecraft. Um, now they're into Among Us. I think they've fallen into every game trend they possibly can. My little one got into Five Nights at Freddy's. His brother got into it before he did. It's just, they're video games. I'm not going to blame personal behavior on something that's imaginary. Now, if a person is playing a video game, thinks it's real, and goes out and acts upon that, that's completely different. That is not the video game's fault. There is something underlying going there. Um, that would be like me playing this and getting so obsessed with it that I go to work and think people have verbal diarrhea, which is probably true. I do that anyway. But we're getting off track. So now we have messages saying that we need staff training. We don't have a training room, so we can't do that. The health inspector is on his way. Henry Jobsworth, the county foremost health and safety inspector, has informed us that he'll be visiting us for an inspection soon. Excuse me. Mr. Jobsworth adds that we'll recognize him by his yellow helmet as well as his face. He'll be arriving soon. A good report would help our reputation. The challenge is to impress him with a nice hospital. So we'll get $5,000, 8 reputation, and 10 kudosh, which you don't really need, but whatever. Anyway, let's see. Is our thing built yet? Oh, it is. So this was the expansion. So we are paused. Oh no, somebody died. Ah, I talked too much. So we need things we need. We need a general diagnostics room. Yes, we do. Boop. I don't even care right now that it's not. Well, it's almost level 4, so what the heck? Oh, give me my level 4. Okay, level 4. And we'll make it level 5 because I think that I made this during a playthrough when I didn't have any kudosh and I had bought easy. Or maybe I had and I didn't have money because they're up there. Come on. No, you want to. No, I might not be able to. Oh no. Oh, I'll do something else. Da, da, da. We will put a weighing machine right there. That's not gonna help. I need decorative. Okay, palm tree. Alright, so this will be level 5. Diagnostics. Haha. Suck it, losers. Okay, so we have that. I have to remember to put seating when we put new rooms. What other rooms do we need? A level 5 cardiology? Nope, don't you give me no stuff. Okay, and then level 5 training. We had a clown clinic, didn't we? Level 4 training room. Oh, it's kind of awkward. We'll need another receptionist. I'm actually going to do this different than I usually do. I'm going to put the receptionist in the corner. And we'll use this corner right here to do all the foodstuffs and things. So we'll give them fancy food. Fancy schmancy. And a luxury. Not laxative, luxury. Because that will do something completely different. Luxury drinks. And we need our shark bins. And entertainment. Arcade machines, obviously. The arcades also make us money. So that's one reason to have them. And then a magazine rack there. And then to recommended, we'll get our space bench. And we'll do the opposite of what we've been doing. And we need our palm tree. Oh, no, we can't do that. Joe. Oh well, this will be fine. I guess we can. Never mind. And right here, right here. So now we need to decide what we're going to put on the other side, if anything. So let's see. Ah! It's not what I wanted. So rooms. Cardiology, we have a ward. We'll put toilets on this side too. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Still kind of whatever. We'll just put more seats there. Space bench. Which you can't put there, but you can put there. And then another tree. We can't put there. But there. A little palm tree forest. Hallway. could put another. Let's see. Put another general practitioner's office right there. Another chair. Give me my chair. Thank you. Haha. And then another thing my son likes is in the decorative. And I do it because I like it too. That. Oh, speaker stick. The space rug. And I kind of wanted to use them the way that the VA is here in our town, but I can't. They use it as a directional aid, so you know which way to go in the halls, but can't do that. But something similar. Those aren't even. Ever. That's so horrible. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That looks freaking awesome. Yes. And unfortunately, we can't do that, but there are rugs. Rugs. Ew. Rugs. I know you have them. Don't lie to me. Ugh. Rugs. See? This is not the only rugs. Hmm. There's a welcome. Oh, maybe it's in mat. There. There it is. The go away mat. So we'll put those in front of the doors. One. My poor computers. Not pleased today. But she is never pleased. Da, da, da. Everybody got a go away mat? Okay. Alright. I think that looks good. Yeah. I think that will do, Dave. That will do. Alright. Da, 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 da. Oh no! No! We'll have to charge them a death tax. They're not allowed to die. At least they're not a ghost. I think we just lost our 90 days. Exactly. So with staff promotions, um, I don't like dealing with them, so I just kind of max it out. So we just gave him almost a $10,000 new raise. But that makes them happy, so that helps. Let's upgrade our drug mixer. Yay! At least we're curing more people. And our reputation will go up as we heal people. Because you're a jerk, Nigels Bigglesworth. That's why nobody tells you anything. Let's see how things are going. Good. Good. Okay. We're not losing money. That's awesome. So, did I already put it on fast speed? I did. I have too many janitors. You can never have too many janitors. Oh, and we never hired. Oopsie. I need to hire a nurse. See, she's inspiring, but she doesn't think it's a big deal. I don't think either for her in general diagnostics. We need another doctor. This one has green fingers and he's a pigeon. But he likes to water plants. So he gets to be there. I really want to have 3 nurses. Oh, oh no, we're at a loss now. Alright, so I want to hire some nurses. She's pirated, she has lost count. Put her in there. That's right, get your booty into cardiology. So, we diagnosed lightheadedness, but we don't have a deluxe thingy, and we're not going to. We don't have a PANS lab. We didn't do the 90 days without a death. Send them home. Mr. Jobsworth has sent us a report from his recent visit. It's 30 pages, so we haven't read it, but the conclusion reads a remarkable achievement and establishes that not only elongates lives but enriches them. A visit to this hospital may begin with an ailing body, but it ends with the healing of a soul. Spectacular. The report couldn't have gone any better. So, yay! We made him happy. Of course, he probably wasn't there when everybody's dying. So we have just got a report. It said Portishead affects both body and mind. Once thought to be cured or caused by proximity to sea air, it's now known to be chiefly caused by living in Portishead. We'll send the patient for treatment in our ward. Oh, they'll be going here. Well, our easy scan can be upgraded. Our heart racer can be upgraded. Everything can be upgraded. Oh, you want a fracture lab? Why do you want a fracture lab? Oh, send him home. We don't have one. Misery guts, chronic grumpiness due to a nihilistic semicolon. We'll send the patient to treatment in our pharmacy. Freudian lips, a tendency to pout excessively when faced with a camera, caused by a buildup of lewd thoughts in the cerebral cortex. A psychiatrist must use a subconscious tap to drain the excess thoughts into a beaker, after which they can be safely disposed of in an incinerator. Ew. We'll send the patient for treatment in our psychiatry. It's almost 4 o'clock. You know what we don't have? Oops, excuse me again. We'll do stage B, and we'll put a pen slab and a lightheadedness thingy and a fracture ward over there. Earn $100,000. What's wrong with you, woman? Do we have extra people? Since we have training thing. You're on break. You're looking for work. So let's teach you some motivation. You wouldn't be looking for work if you weren't motivated, right? That's what I keep hearing. Da, 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 da. What? Why? Why? Pouty lips. So sad. Okay. So that area is open now? Oh, I must have done them out of order. Yeah, this was A, this is B. Let's see. E, E? Where the heck is E? Where's the C? This map is weird. I don't like it. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we have this new area now. So this is the one where we will put the Pan's lab and all that stuff. So I already have a deluxe clinic. Where's the door? There's the door. That'll be Pan's lab. Ah, nope, wrong one. Resume. Push the wrong button. Templates. We need a that's a deluxe clinic. We need a Pan's lab. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Nope. Okay. Then we need a fracture ward. Where? Fracture ward. Oh, that was a big one. Over here. Aha! Okay. Now let's see. Oh, I hate doing this part. Okay, so I made the room bigger, better, stronger. Don't move. Better, faster, stronger. Because I just don't like the unevenness right now. Make them bigger. So I guess this was one where I just was using art. Lots of art. Oh no! It's only a level 4. Not my hospital. Not a level 5. Alright, and then we can take this one. Oh, I guess I can't. There we go. I think I'm gonna put this because I know they'll complain. And we'll put we'll build a tiny toilet. Tiny toilet. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted. Hand dryer. Bin. And then, because they need to know what hospital they're in and how awesome we are, I am going to plaster level 4. Do you like our new wallpaper? It just has to be even. Dude, this will be our tiny template. Ah, they're all different. Alright. So which way are people coming in from? They're coming that way. So we'll need reception. Put that one there. I can't really put one there. Alright, and then we'll need our fancy food machines. And then we'll be evil. Put the drinks machine on the other side. Ha 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 ha. And health and safety. This shark bin. Do 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 do. Fits. Oh, they look so cute. We'll put one little robot dude here and his charging station. And we need seats. Oh, we can have seats there. One there. One there. There. Excuse me. One there. There. Right. And now we need our palm trees. They really work too. Things nice and green. Palm tree there. Oh, this is a weird area. We'll probably put something decorative there. Let's see. Decorative. I really like the sculptures. This was weird. We'll put the ottery there. No, we won't. We'll put the ottery there. Because it'll go well with our space rugs. Space rug. There you go. There we go. I need a rocket pig. No, do. Oh, we're all good. Yeah. A fountain? No. A little fountain? No. Gold statuette? No. Put one there. We have to entertain the people, remember? We have to make sure that they're entertained, because if they're not, get upset. Put anything there? Oh. Oh, we haven't put any art on the walls. Huh. I'm gonna put a velocipede right here. And a long machine right there. And a little ride. Oh, can't do the ride. It does not like the rug. Oh well. We don't like the rug either. No. Oh, this is what we'll do. And put out leaflets for a leaflet. Do, 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 do. So now, oh, we didn't forget to hire people. Ugh. Uh, we need for Pan's lab, we need a doctor. Somebody with apparently, but we're not gonna get it. Has magic healing hands, tires easily. That means they'll take lots of breaks, but they're gonna take breaks anyway. Deluxe Clinic also needs a doctor. All I have is these weirdo. You have green fingers, so you'll water your plants. And then we need nurses, and I'd like to have 2. I haven't had much luck with the nurses. A quick learner. Worked out. Okay. Excuse me. Walter Poodle. Need a nurse for general diagnostics. Was there another one? Dude, get your unhygienic butt out of my hospital. I need hygiene. Ooh. Cooper Cumberland is inspiring. He's hangry. We don't need that. Litterer, no. Litterer, hell no. Weak bladder, high energy, grumpy, once bold. 73. I'm sure he's proud. Okay. Let's see. We'll do another half an hour. Then Extractopan can be upgraded. Good lord. There we go. Oh, we made a loss of 24,000. Yay! We've gotten to our cure rate at 70%, and our reputation's at 70%. We still have about 70 days to do our steel free quest. Exactly. Our rival executive and CEO of the Orb Foundation, Agatha Sphere, will be visiting the hospital soon. I feel confused already. I need to lay down. We should expect her to bother our patients and disrupt the hospital. Pop star Jasmine Odyssey, fresh off the smash hit Ain't No Feeling Like a Feeling I Feel When I'm Feeling Feelings, is touring the county, citing anything people are willing to thrust at her. Agents have asked if we'd like to host her for a visit. If she's impressed with the hospital, it could get good for our reputation, and she might even make a donation. What do you think? Sure. Got anything to hide? That's upgraded. I was gonna say we could have upgraded that. I thought we had him. Okay. Oh, why do you have to be a litterer? Here. Dirty habits. No. Staff promotion. He wants to be staff from junior janitor to janitor, which is fine.
to say to you today. Trousers, people. Trousers. They ought to be worn at all times. They protect against sunburn and knobbly knee syndrome. Take heed, dear listeners.
We're close to award season.
Okay. Ooh, awards. Open them all. See, I figured we weren't gonna get the no deaths one. And we haven't been doing this long enough, and we don't have any. So we got the Rising Star one because we made so much money. Employer of the Year because we gave 2 people promotions. Um, um, no, kitty, no. Junie. Oh, my big fat cat. Okay, so um, we got most prestigious hospital because we have a nice working environment, so that helps. Oh, there's that. Alright, so I don't know what we should do next. I think we actually hit kind of a stopping point. Hmm. So our easy scanner. Upgraded. What's going on? Oh, we made $100,000. Everybody's happy! Yay! Shark's not happy. There's been an outbreak of Emperor complex after the Orb Foundation started running a course in textiles. A group are being sent for treatment by their families will be rewarded if we treat this group. Should we have them sent here? Yes. We'll take everybody's money.
Here are some people playing musical
Mm,
instruments.
the same thing.
Patients for psychiatry on the way.
Hooray! I don't think we have several janitors. Thank you. A patient has given up waiting for new diagnostics rooms. Oh, why? What did I do? Oh, hold on, hold on. I want to know what's wrong with them. They were feeling brainwashed. You hooker. Oh, I'm angry. Jasmine Odyssey made an appearance in a award show last night dressed as a hospital. She wouldn't stop talking about us and all the money she intends to donate. She must have really enjoyed her visit. That went perfectly. Great job, everyone. So we got 20 wow. 20 rep and 20,000. And we'll give this guy a promotion. Anyway,
Fracture ward. Calling nurse.
so according to the Orb Foundation senior doctor, or supreme healer as they like to be known, Agatha Sphere returned from her visit looking quite frustrated. Maybe we're doing better than she expected. All right. So I'm gonna save it here. Actually, go to the menu. So that was Two Point Hospital. Um, that's pretty much a time killer, and actually, it took up 2 hours, so that works out well. Um, if you have any suggestions for games that help you with mental health or help you get through things, let me know. I'm always looking out for a new game to play. I think the next time I do this kind of stream again with trying just to chill and play a game, I might do Kingdoms or anything else. It depends on if I get any suggestions from people or if I find something new. If I do happen to get Hades, I'll definitely play that on here. I also kind of wanted to play some games I haven't really gotten into heavy duty yet. I've really haven't gotten past Mars and Doom. You could do that, or I was thinking of playing Dishonored. I have that game. Um, there are so many games. We have like 736 games in our just a Steam account. Um, that I could play. I have a list of things that my kids wanted me to play. One of them was Subnautica. Not really, not against the idea, but I don't know. I have Abzu as well. There's quite a few. I might just pick one at random and try it. So we'll see. Um, I just wanted to thank anybody who was watching this while it was live streaming, or anybody who's gonna watch this after it's gone live. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Um, there was a lot of rambling, and I appreciate anybody who listens to that for long periods of time. I hope that if you're going through anxiety or depression, that maybe knowing that there are other people out there that are going through the same thing or something similar, especially if you're a healthcare worker like me, or if you're in an essential job, just know that there are other people out there, and if you'd like, you have lots of people who love to talk to you and help you. You're never, ever, ever alone. Um, anyway, to leave it on that note, um, thanks for watching again. My name is Jamin's Fire, and I will see you next time. Have a great day, or have a happy Thanksgiving, I should say. Take care. Bye bye.